Good morning, everybody. This is Chris with Copperhead Modeling. Matt's Modeling Den started off a group build / competition that is called the Heavies. As you can see, I have a B-24J from Monogram, which is an American heavy bomber from World War II. That this is going to be my entry into it. I have been waiting on some parts for it to come in, and now they have. See, right here I have photo etch for the B-24J. I have metal landing gear legs rather than the plastic that will deform under the weight of the plane. I've got the die cut masks to, which you can see more than one page in here, to be able to make sure all the glass paints up correctly. I've already started a little bit of the assembly, but then I've got my engines, which I have to put together. These are 3D resin prints that are in multiple pieces. I've got superchargers to replace these right here with a more accurate piece. There's the actual places where the cylinders are all mounted onto. This is all the cylinders for the engines. This is part of the exhausts and stuff for the different parts. These are the magnetos. This is the push rods. And then there's the housings for all the superchargers that I'm going to be cutting these out and putting in. But overall, it looks like it's going to be a good build. I also picked up a bunch of the wheel weights. Now these are so thin that you could stack them and put them in places, makes them easier to hide. Like where the cockpit sits in the B-24. You have all this gap underneath it that I can stack the weight in. It takes a lot of weight to make this thing not a tail sitter, because the landing gear about right here, and all that big tail with the big tail plane and everything else back here adds a lot of weight to it. So it's probably going to take, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's probably going to take most of these two strips right here just to make that thing not a tail sitter. But the nice thing is this adds weight too. And they're white metal, they're castings. They can be wire and stuff added to them real easy. They're a lot easier to drill into to make your points for to put your brake lines and things on. So that should be a lot of fun to detail out. One thing I'm planning on doing is here in the wheel well, these crossbars here, 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 and here are actually supposed to be raised more than they are. So I'm going to try and make pieces to go in there, because see, they're supposed to be up like this one is. It's just hard to see this one. I'm going to try and make the pieces necessary to get them in there. I'm trying to do what you guys have asked me to do about doing more detailing. Part of the PE is going to be scraping out and replacing some of the stuff here on the sidewalls. Now, unlike a B-17 with the turret on the nose up here, you can't hardly see into the bombardier's compartment. So that's going to make that a little harder. I'm going to do my best to make sure this back here is as detailed as I can make it, because I got a tray that goes in here for the waist gun position. There's a piece goes in here for the ball turret. I'm going to put her on the ground with a bomb cart, so that's kind of going to eliminate these are going to be open. And if I do the diorama right, for what I'm thinking, I'm going to have her sitting over a load bay, which is, the B-24 sat so low to the ground, they had to load them from a sunken bay. So I'll have the bomb cart sitting back here by the tail, and it'll be sitting over an open bay, probably with fishing line hanging out of the bomb bays here, painted silver so that it looks like the cables they use to winch the stuff up into the bomb bay. But this has to be done. I've got about 12 weeks, 13 weeks, something like that left in this to do it. And if you guys want to look it up, just look at the hashtag the heavies, and you'll see all the guys working on these. I just had to wait on some of my parts to get here, and one of the last things to get here was this, which is, if you look right there, it's supposed to be one of the first assemblies you put together. So, you guys have a good day. Thank you for watching. Oh, there's my decals. I'm doing a Pacific Theater B-24J called A Dragon in His Tail. And my uncle showed me this plane when I was younger. He hand painted it, and I am not that good painter. So hats off to you, Uncle Danny, for painting that when you were younger. I couldn't do it, so I'm gonna detail out this one as best I can with the interior, with this, and let's see what I can do. You guys have a good day. Remember, build it like you want it to be, because that's the only way you're going to be satisfied with it. God bless, and keep on building models.